Hello, and welcome to an exciting edition of Hidden in the Universal Vault. I'm Ryan, your host, and I welcome you to my review of Streets of Fire from 1984. Now, Streets of Fire is a movie directed by Walter Hill, and as I said before, this is from 1984. And talk about, wow. The cast in here are Michael Perrier, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing the last name right, Diane Lane, Willem Dafoe, along with Amy Madigan, Rick Moranis, and E.G. Daily, among others. So Streets of Fire is directed by Walter Hill, is actually produced by Joel Silver and Lawrence Gordon, which I've covered in another movie they produced, Xanadu, for the channel. So yes, what did I think of Streets of Fire? This is an excellent movie. As it says on the cover, Streets of Fire, a rock and roll fable. And that's what it is. To sum it this way, take the idea of a 1950s biker movie, cross between a dystopian 80s with a hint of 80s dystopian future. And lo and behold, you get Streets of Fire. And yes, throw it on a blender and you get the final product. So let's talk about why Streets of Fire is great. So let me run down what the plot is. Aimed a broadening rock and roll landscape, the bomber's motorcycle gang, led by the vicious Raven Saddock, kidnaps diva Ellen Aim. Her hope for rescue lies with an unlikely hero, a soldier of fortune, Tom Cody, and his sidekick, the two-fisted beer-guzzling McCoy, joined by Ellen's manager, Billy Fish. The trio plunge headfirst into a world of splitting streets, hot cars, and deadly assassins. It even says right here, this cult hit features a razor-sharp cast and original songs written by Stevie Nicks, Tom Petty, Ry Cooder, who also did the score to this movie. He's usually Walter Hill's go-to guy, and performed by such greats as the Blasters and the Fix, which they perform in the end credits. Streets of Fire is a rock and roll shotgun blast of the senses. Yeah, this movie is a blast. So basically, we got Tom Cody, who's like basically like the leader of this group. So right in the beginning, we get Ellen Aim, played by Diane Lane, who is performing a live song. Enter Willem Dafoe, who plays Raven Saddock, and he's like this leader of this gang. So they kidnap her, and now they bring in Tom Cody, who's sort of like this hitman or assassin, something like that, who wants to try to clean up the streets. So he cleans up the streets by these gangs, and they're these 50 typical cliche biker guys. Basically, they're bullet sponges. So that's the gist of this movie. I really love Streets of Fire. I really love this movie. The fact that it takes an idea of a 50s movie takes the idea of a biker movie from the 50s with this dystopian future from the 80s. So I like the characters and the cast. So we are introduced then later on, he goes by the name of Cody in the movie. So Cody meets McCoy, that's Amy Madigan's character, and I figured it was kind of fitting to check this movie out since decades later, Amy Madigan would win the supporting actress category for a little-known movie called Weapons. So I figured, well, with her winning that, taking the win for that Oscar, this is fitting to cover another movie with her in it. I covered Field of Dreams on the channel, so that was the first movie I covered. I also have Uncle Buck, and I'm going to get to that movie sometime this year. So, like I said, Cody meets McCoy. Bill Paxton plays bar owner. There's a scene where McCoy literally just sucker punches Bill Paxton's character, and he literally drops. So now the two of them bond. We also get another woman, Baby Doll, played by E.G. Daily. So Baby Doll is this girl that is friends with, I forget her name, Ellen. She's friends with Ellen, and they meet, and then they get on a bus, and then we get this doo-wop band, which also has Martika Williamson, Robert Townsend's in it. They both play the members of that band, which is just fitting because Martika Williamson will go on to be in the third movie in the Purge franchise. So he's in that band, and they're trying to survive in this dystopian future. As I said again, guys, the climax is really good. I think the characters are just really well done. Like, not really well done. It has pacing. It has a very 80s feel. It had the score by Ry Cooder really does make this ultimately feel like it could fit right into a movie from the 50s. And that's what makes Streets of Fire unique. It's creative. The characters are just so much fun. You get to know these characters. And the biggest song in the movie, well, One Bad Stud, I've actually listened to the song One Bad Stud before I even knew about this movie. So I heard that song in audio form. And then their big hit is I Can Dream About You. I forget who sang it. I hear that song all the time at my workplace, so I know that song, and that's how I discovered this movie, those two songs. I Can Dream About You is just amazing. One of the best 80s songs. Everything about this movie is just a masterpiece. Wow. Walter Hill, what a director. Also has the actress from The Warriors, which is another Walter Hill movie. She's in it, plays the friend, I believe, Ellen. I think Ellen name. Something like that. I did cover Trespass on the channel last year. That was the other Walter Hill movie I covered. But I figured I'd go ahead and give Streets of Fire a go-ahead. And I really like this movie. I think personally you got to really just put your mind to it. You got to be in the right you got to be in the right frame. You got to be in the right mind to watch this movie. And it's just so much fun. Like, the action's so good. Like, Michael Perrier is actually, he has the type of role. His previous film was another rock and roll movie, Eddie and the Cruisers. And to me, his character to me is actually better. Well, I haven't seen Eddie and the Cruisers, so I can't really say. But I will say he's really good in this. I think everybody's really good in this movie. I didn't find any flaws with the movie, so this is definitely one of those movies that I don't know what to say. But it's just fun. This was me going back and forth to see what I was going to rate it. So I think that's probably about it with the review. I don't want this to be too long a review, but from the directing, the acting, the pacing. I love the opening credits where it's like a still, but it like does this thing. So the image will be like standing still with the person's name, and then it'll be like that, or be like that, or something like that. They'll do some like weird 80s effect which I think is just really cool. This movie is just fun. Everything about it, it's a masterpiece. It's one of Walter Hill's best. I didn't watch all of his movies. I've only seen Trespass, I covered for the channel. I saw Warriors in high school. That was great. And Geronimo, an American Legend. And I can easily say this movie probably surpasses all these movies. Oh, I forgot to mention, there's a scene where Cody meets up with another woman, meets up with the subway train operator, and it turns out to be actress Linda Thigpen. If you grew up with the game show Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, the game show's on PBS, you probably know who she is. That's Linda Thigpen. I was like, that's pretty cool. I was like, I like how he's like, comes up to her. She's telling my own operator, just like, come on, lady. He has that sort of deep voice like that. And he's just so much fun. Like when he's shooting when he's like firing shots at all those biker guys, he doesn't even like miss a single shot and they'll like go flying back. Again, they're bullet sponges. So I think that's really about it. So at the end of the day, do I need to say anything about Streets of Fire? This movie is great. It has everything that what makes what my love of the 1980s, especially 1984. It's the reason why I love the 1980s. It's my favorite decade. I was born in the 80s. Well, I was born in 1989, but still, I was born when a lot of these 80s movies that I missed out back then and I'm only discovered it now. And I gotta say, guys, if you've not seen Streets of Fire, I gotta tell you right now, this is gonna be on my 10 best list at the end of the year. Everything about this movie is so good. From the action, to the acting, to the music, everything about it is great. Diane Ladd, I don't know if she can sing, but I don't know if she lip sync, but if she does sing, holy cow, what a voice. And the song where that doo-wop band, I forget what they're called, they sing I Can Dream About You is really good, especially near the end where he's ready to head out. I'm not going to tell you how it ends. But I forgot to mention that Willem Dafoe, as I said before, he is such a dirtbag in this movie. He's slime. He's trash. And this might have been Dafoe's earlier roles. Might have been his earlier role. But he's so good in this. Everybody is just amazing. Oh, back to what I said about it. During the song, I Can Dream About You, as soon as Cody's about ready to leave, he says, well, I gotta leave. And then he gives her one final kiss. It's not really a kiss, it's more of a smooch. Or I think it is a kiss. I'm not sure. Then he leaves. And then we cut to Amy Madigan. I thought she'd left, but yeah, it ends great. But I'm telling you how that the actual ending is. You have to just watch it for yourself. But I digress. Please see Streets of Fire if you haven't seen it. It is so good. It's just amazing. So let's go ahead and rate this right now, guys. I'm going to give Streets of Fire. You obviously know what this is going to be, what I'm going to rate this. An automatic 5 out of 5. Everything about this movie is just great. And this is just my opinion, guys. You might have a different opinion about this movie. But, again, as I said, it's all three ingredients of what makes this great. 1, acting. 2, the style of what is said like a 50s biker movie set in dystopian 80s. Really what makes this movie creative and unique. And in fact, I believe Walter Hill actually wrote this movie. Yes, Walter Hill and Larry Gross actually wrote this movie. So give Walter Hill credit. And the fact that the reason I love the 80s is what I love about this movie. And again, guys, that's just my feeling, my opinion. But as said before, I digress, guys. So yes, this is truly a 5 out of 5 for sure. So yes, if you haven't seen Streets of Fire, give this a watch, guys. It's so good in every way. And Again, this will be on my 10 best list. At the end of the year, this will be on my 10 best list when I get to that list. But if you've not seen Streets of Fire, do yourself a favor, get a copy of this movie, give this a watch. It's so good. And everything about this movie is the reason why I love the 1980s. And that's why. And yes, I love the 1980s. So yes, that's my review of Streets of Fire. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you do like the content on the channel, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell, ring the bell to get the video notifications so you do not miss a single video on the channel, guys. I'm on Letterboxd, guys, so you can check me out there as well. I rate the movies before I review them, and just lots of content on my channel. So just subscribe, click the bell, like the video, comment on the video. Let me know what you guys think of Streets of Fire. Did you guys like this movie? Did you guys not like it? Let me know. So yes, Streets of Fire definitely sure is a fire of a movie. And yeah, I loved everything. Again, as I said, those three things. The music, the acting, the action scenes, just... Do I need to explain that I've already explained about Streets of Fire? It's definitely a must-see for sure. And so yeah, that's it, guys. And as always, keep watching those Universal movies.